Hey, what's going on, legends? This is Ron from Optimize Effects. Welcome to another episode, the review of Week 7. I hope you're all as excited as I am. We've got quite a bit to talk about, a little bit to cover, but I'm sure we'll get through it. But first and foremost, thank you for all the support. I have created a Discord. You can head to the link below in this video if you want to go to there. And also, I've set up a Telegram channel as well, so you can go to t.me/OptimizeFX, and you can jump in there as well if Discord is not your thing. So if Discord or Telegram, we'll have either or. And in both, I'll also be sharing, how the robots are going, if there's any crazy news, things like that. And I'll try and jump on Instagram a bit more as well. Instagram, it's just Instagram/OptimizeFX. Thank you for all the support and the comments. You're all awesome, and I hope we can all grow together, because it's exactly why I even started this, is because I'm really keen on trading Forex. I started manually, and I can see that you can do it with algorithms. So, and I like software programming. So that is why I've essentially got into trading Forex with robots. I don't just trade Forex with robots. I actually do manual trade, and there are a few courses that I'm looking at as well in order to level up that. But without further ado, let's get right into what happened this week with the challenge and all the robots. So as you can see in front of me, I left it as is. In the midweek update, if you'd watched that one, we saw that both gold catchers went down. They blew their accounts because gold did its biggest dump in 7 years. So it was the biggest move down in 7 years. And no gold EA is going to handle that. Not one. And if you got one, let me know. But yeah, gold took a big reversal, and it blew both of those accounts, which you can see here, both of these ones here. So gold catcher and gold catcher V2, they both went down. So what happened is I started another bot. So you can see it here, not Orion, but Forex Fury V3. And look at this step up. And I'll come back to that actually. But first we'll talk about Dragon. It's still running really well. It hasn't gone over its drawdown of 22% yet. I'll just scroll down a bit here. So yeah, 22.47%. It's its max drawdown, which is what happened at the very start of its trading life. I think it happened in the first couple of weeks when the balance wasn't so big. So I believe, I think Dragon, if I let it go, I think it would just keep going. I could be wrong, but it'd take a pretty big move on Euro USD. It'd have to go into a really strong trend, I think, to blow this EA right now. But, I've been wrong before, and I'll say it again. I've been wrong many times. Now, next, we have Baby Shark. Now, as you can see here, we have it going up pretty, it's a pretty good upwards gains balance. And when we see it spike up a bit there, so it's making a bit more. And that's because, remember, I changed the percentage to 2%. So it's now trading 2% of its account. I don't know if it's the account balance or equity that it trades. But you can see here that it is now placing bigger lot size trades, and which is represented by this steeper angle here. And it is almost going to get close to Dragon Expert, and I think it probably will next week, depending on how the market goes. But I think Baby Shark will catch up to Dragon Expert, and they'll probably be, it might overtake, or it might just catch up to it this next week. We'll see what happens. It's week 8, so they've been going for 2 months. This has been going for almost 2 months. Next week it'd be 2 months of trading. So I think we'll see that. And then we have Gold Catcher, which was coming third, which is now blown, unfortunately. Big takeaway for this Gold Catcher is, it only trades buys. So if you see reversal on gold, close at EA, get out of whatever positions it's in. It's just not worth the risk. But it is a good robot. So if you see gold, it is on an upwards trajectory, But if you see any kind of reversal signals or anything like that, just close it. It's just not worth it. And then we have No Sleep, which is coming in on 4th, but then it lost a bit of its equity and it is now slowly coming back, but it's not really making that much money, to be honest. So we'll see what happens there. And I've got all these other ones that it's a bit hard for me to show you. Robotron's gone down, actually. Interesting. And we've got the other one here. But one of these, the standard account, that is no longer Robotron, and I'll come back to that. And then we've got Stepping Stone, Stabilizer, Fury, and a few other ones. But we'll come back down to here, and we can have a look at some figures on what's been going on here. And I've got 2 other robots I'm going to talk about soon that's going to replace Goldcatcher, both Goldcatchers actually, and but I'll come back to that. So we've got Orion, Dragon, we'll not talk about Goldcatcher, Shark, Stepping Stone, Stabilizer, which is a new one, which has been, it's up to $120 in profit and only 5% drawdown right now, so it is going really good. Robotron, remember I changed it to fixed lot of 0.1 lots, and it is up to $20 with only a 0.50% drawdown. I'll show you the trades it's taken there. Grid Trend Multiplier has been going really well, $110, but it is down, a drawdown of 7.67%, so that's trading really well. No Sleep is slowly making its money back. We have Robotron, which is, I don't think Robotron anymore. And then we've got Fury. So Fury I started this week, and look at this, $285 already. And I'll show you how it did that. We'll go back to that. It actually should be more, but I'll show you in the midweek review the results of what happened with one of the trades, one of the pairs. But yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. So we'll head over to the terminals now. I'll close this down, and we'll start with Stepping Stone. I'm going to try and keep this pretty quick, but we'll see what happens. Now, Stepping Stone has been trading really well. Remember I changed the lot size to 0.02 instead of 0.1, and I believe it is going a lot better now because it's only got to get a basket trade or basket profit of, where is it? $5, and then it closes. So having a lot size of 0.1 was just way too big, especially when it started opening more orders and the trend was going against it. But right now it's in a sell, it's in a profit, $202.21, and yeah, it's going great. It's just pretty solid, so we'll see what happens next week. Stabilizer, it is in a little bit of profit. We have a sell, and Euro USD is in a sell at the moment, so it's almost, can't really see much there, but take profit is down here, I believe, and this is on the hour chart. So yeah, it's trading really well, like $120. I think it's been going for maybe 1 or 2 weeks, can't remember now, but that's pretty solid. I'm really happy with that so far. No Sleep has not had any sleep. It's still going, $573 now. It is slowly crawling back. I think last week it was $525. So it is slowly making money. Not much drawdown. EA Scalper Orion, remember we changed this to 5%. So it's risking 5% now. And all my back tests showing that on 5% it would blow the account. So it probably eventually will. But we'll see how we go. I am pushing Orion. Just remember that. I'm pushing it to its limits. I know that it probably shouldn't. It will probably blow the account, but we'll just see how it goes. I might even scale it back if I see drawdown get any higher. If it gets $120, which is 10%, even like probably the cutout for this would be $240, 20% of the account. As soon as it gets to $240, I would close everything. I think from experience, I have looked at the charts, and I've been in a losing position, and I've looked at the charts and I'm like, yeah, the charts are going to come back for sure. You know, I'm trying to find reasons to back that up. So I go on TradingView, look at what people are thinking about the market. I'm like, sweet, I'll stay in it. I keep staying in it, keep staying in it, keep staying in it, and the market's still going the wrong way. And that's what happened with Kingle, is rather than getting out at a set percentage when I should have, I stayed in it and I lost a lot of money. So just a little tip there: if you see an EA go into drawdown, make sure you have like a hard limit of where you get out. And for me, I think it's 20%, especially if you got like $1,000. You know, $200 is an okay loss rather than $1,000, right? You can come quite back with $800 and see how you go again. Change things up. Now, sorry, a bit of a rant there on on managing your money, but on managing your trades. Well, we can see here with Robotron, solid trades. They're not huge amounts of money, but there's no losses. So I think that's really solid. This is trading a fixed lot, I believe. Yes, so only a fixed lot of 0.1, which is nothing really. So I just wanted to see how it would go on a fixed lot. So let's change things up. I won't do the changes now. I could do it now if I really want to. But let's, instead of 0.1, let's risk 5%. So we're now going to risk 5% of the account for each trade, and we're actually going to turn dynamic close loss on. And the reason for that is if Robotron goes into a losing position or a losing trade, it will just close it when it should, rather than like leaving it go into a lot of drawdown and closing it a lot worse. I don't know, I've had mixed results with leaving that on or off. Like, I've had more profit definitely with leaving dynamic close loss to false, like leaving it as is. But I've had, like, using the FTMO challenge, I left this on false, and yeah, I did get quite big wins. But then there was one day where the losses outweighed the wins, and I failed the challenge because there was too much loss in one day. And the challenge was $2,500 in one, or the max drawdown you could have was $2,500, and I hit that. So now I'm testing these exact settings actually on the FTMO challenge. I am using exactly this. So risking 5%, dynamic close loss, true, exactly all this. Only trading long, we're not trading aggressively, and exactly everything that you see here is what I'm doing with the FTMO challenge right now, and it is going okay. Like, I haven't hit the max, but it hasn't made any money either, because I had a big loss on Thursday, so that wasn't great. But anyway, I think Robotron's pretty good, but we'll see how we go this week. It only trades, I think we've got trade Sunday off. No, trade, okay, so it only trades 4 days. So for me, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but for everyone else, or in the US or whatever, it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. But yeah, that's it on Robotron. Now, this is the star, or the star of the show. It's I think it's the star at the moment, because it's got the highest balance. Even though with the moderate drawdown, it's got an overall drawdown limit of 20%. But it is more than made up for it. Like, it's made you know, $1,830 in US dollars in 7 weeks. So I think that's really, really good. And this is only with one pair. It says to run it with 3 pairs, and this pairs are not even the pair that it tells you to run it with. So I think we're actually probably pretty lucky that it has kept going. Let's move on to Baby Shark. Now, just remember I changed this percentage to 2%, and it is now doing bigger lot trades. So we've got 0.05 and 0.09 trades in there, and we can see that. We can see at the start here, just look at this. So the trades, you know, they're big. They're starting off at 0.02, right? But now it's starting at 0.05. So that's why we saw that that balance curve just spike up a bit, and it, you know, wow. So there we go. We've got to sell a 0.24, so that's a pretty big lot. But that is about, oh no, that's probably the biggest. There was a 50 there, but I haven't seen it go over 1 lot, so which is good. We might see it with 2%, but I think it might blow on 2%. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's made $1,518 itself, which is nothing to sneeze at. Grid Trend Multiplier, this is a new one that I started 2 weeks ago. It's made $110 and is down 50. So essentially I'd say it's up 50 bucks. Sorry, so let's just keep watching this, how it trades, because remember this one is just a plug and play version. We're just went aggressive on AUD USD, and that's it. Like, but you know, $110 or you know, in 2 weeks is pretty impressive. So I'm happy with that so far, but you know, it's really early days for this, really early days. Now, Forex Fury, let's have a chat about this. Now, I want to talk about how it trades and how the profits could have been a bit bigger had it not have done this. So if we have a look here, it bought New Zealand USD 7 times, but in 7 times it lost. So from here to here, all losses, and the reason being, and I went through this in the midweek update, the reason being, we had a look here, and max orders was set to 7, which I haven't changed. But I have set 1 set trade per day on true, so it only trades once, but it's going to do 20% over all of these over 7 times. So I'm not too sure how it trades yet. I know that a stop loss of 29 is probably way too big, and a take profit of 5 could be a little bit bigger, but in saying that, even though it lost like probably $200 there, or probably a bit more, we're still up $318, and that's crazy. So yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this. Pretty solid so far, but I'd like to. I think this is one of the EAs, like Robotron. You can't really, well, you can backtest it, but it's kind of one of the ones that you need to forward test on different settings. Have like 10 of them going. Pick the one that works. You know, pick the 1 or 2 that work the best, and just run with it, and you can smash it out live. And I think that's how they tell you to test this. So essentially, you have a whole heap of different settings. You get like 10 demo accounts going. You run it exactly on the same VPS. You know, you want the same kind of settings, the same milliseconds trading. You want to try and set it up on exactly the same as how you would on a VPS if you're trading it on a live account. And you let it go and you see what happens. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to go in the future next week. And then this is just me playing with Baby Shark to see if it will trade. I think it was 0.5. It didn't do anything for a while. If we have a look here. This is on the M5 time frame too. I don't think it really matters what time frame you run it on as well. So I tried M5 and then it didn't do anything from like here to here, and I had it on 0.5%. I'm like, oh, is it going to actually trade? And it actually does. It does open trades on 0.5%. So yeah, that's just me playing around with that. And we come to the new ones. So I've actually left, I've left the gold charts here just to show you what exactly happened. So I've got the balance there. Let's print out the report. Let's have a look here. So we've got, and we can show you what happened. We already know what happened. So it was making money. This is Gold Catcher V2, I believe. Let's have a look. Yes, so this is the one that wasn't going for very long. And gold moved against it, and then it lost all its money just here, just at the very end. So it was in buys when the market just went against it. So buy 0.01, and they weren't very big lot size trades. But that's all it takes with gold. Like gold, that's all it takes. It doesn't take much to blow an account with gold, because those, 0.01 lots, is a bit of money compared to like a normal forex pair per lot. So yeah, unfortunately, that's just what happened with Gold Catcher, and it blew its account. We've got $1.78 left. So what I'm going to do is we have a new robot. So I've got Scalper EA Neptune. It runs. I'm going to run it on 3 pairs, and with these settings. So it uses FFCal, which is a news indicator, and it's going to trade between the 5th hour and the 22nd hour, and it ends on the 20th hour on Friday. And that's it. It's just going to trade 0.01 lots. But I think with my testing, you can probably handle 0.1 lots. So we'll see. We'll just see how it goes for the first couple of days, and if I can see that it can handle a bit higher lot size, we'll run with it. So we'll leave it at that. So it's EU, GU, UJ, and USD CHF, or the franc. And it says it's not happy. Did I not tick? Oh, okay, I didn't tick this. Just be wary of unsmiley faces or smiley faces. So I did with those two, but I didn't with these other ones. And the reason why it does that is when you load it, I actually didn't have auto trading switched on, and it didn't automatically tick that box. So I don't know if you know that. Just a little tip for you there. So if you have auto trading on and you're loading robots, that will already be ticked for you. So we can see here, gold just took a major dive, went all the way down to 1860, I would say, and then bounced right back. Like if you caught this, that would have been amazing. But if you also caught this, that would have been a ripper of a trade. I don't think anyone would have thought that it went down like that, but unfortunately that's just what happens. So let's get rid of that, and we'll start fresh with Scalper EA Neptune. I'm going to start it with I'm undecided whether to start with the fresh account or not, or just put another $1,000 in this. And we have another robot that people are asking me to test, an Aaron's Expert, which is very similar. If you have a look at the settings, it is very, very similar to another robot that I know of. Like all of these settings are exactly the same. So I'm just thinking it might be just Aaron's is actually a pretty famous robot. It is martingale. We will see how it goes. Target equity, yeah, that would be really nice. We're just going to leave. This is all default settings that I know of. And we're just going to run it on the 15-minute time frame. But let's have a look at Gold Catcher, and it has suffered the same fate as V2. Now this one made a fair bit more money though. It was going for a lot longer. So let's have a look at this one. For those that want to see it. So this started on the 28th of the 6th. And it blew the account on the 11th of the 8th. So it ran for a lot longer. A lot longer. But we can see here, it's exactly the same thing happened. It was in buyers, because that's all it can do. And there, it lost all its money right there. It tried to make a little bit back at the end, like it's had a bit of margin when it come back, and but I just ended up closing it out and stopped auto trading. But we can see here, boom, big sad graph, I've seen that a few times. But there you have it. That is all the robots. Erin's Expert. There's not really much I can really tell you about it. We'll close this. Other than it, I think it works a lot better with more equity. We'll see what happens with $1,000. I might just rename that and put another 1,000 in. But yeah, with my back testing, it didn't really pass with $1,000, but it did pass with like 5,000. So it might be really good for a cent account, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that is it really for me tonight. Thank you very much for watching. That is pretty much the review for week 7. So we had one of my favorite robots, or Gold Catcher for sure was one of my favorite robots. It was sad to see it go. But I think we are making progress. I think we're finding some what to do with some robots and what not to do with others, and whether they're good or not. So I hope that's really helped you guys out with the robots that I'm testing anyway, on how to trade them. I hope you're learning as much as I am here and building up a bit of an idea of how to trade a portfolio of these. If you want a few different accounts, a few different strategies on how these are all working. So if you're going to use Gold Catcher, only put it on upward trends. Watch out for big moves. Dragon Expert, it is definitely good with bigger accounts. FX Stabilizer is proving to be good so far. Orion is proving to be pretty good so far. No Sleep, well, it was good until it blew half of its account. Like, there are some pretty good EAs I've got here, and they are making money. I think it just comes down to how you manage it a lot of the time. So that is my 2 cents. And it's also good to know when to get out, when to stop a robot. So yeah, but that is it. That is the end of week 7. Let's look into what's going on with week 8. Look forward to see you on Discord or Telegram if you want to join in there. But that's it from me tonight. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the best for the coming week. I hope you make millions of dollars, and if you do, share it with me. That's it. Okay, bye-bye.